So continue on.
Okay, on that honor flight, the thing that also got to you is the fact that you had tremendous escort of police and motorcycles going. We went from North Chicago up to Milwaukee, and we flew out of Milwaukee to Washington D.C. And when we came back, it's the same thing. We came back to Milwaukee, and we got greeted by tons of people and police escorts all the way down to North Chicago, and motorcycle gang groups, all honoring the veterans. And that was really a nice trip. It just
I remember being there, and I recall that when you arrived, it was pretty much a half a day event there.
yeah, it was, and you couldn't get over all the cars sitting along the road watching you as you're going by,
Okay.
out on the interstate. It just a tremendous good trip. And we talked to a lot of other military people that didn't want to go or anything, and we talked them into going, and they were so glad too. That's the way they had to talk me into it. I didn't want to go at first, but once we did, you don't want to miss it.
How many days was that trip?
It's a 3-day trip. We leave on a Friday, and then a Saturday, and come back on a Sunday. And they also have offered 2-day trips, but I would recommend don't take them. It's just too short a time. You need that full 3 days to really see the national shrines there.
And I recall the night before you didn't sleep at all.
Oh,
Were you tired?
yeah, I got kind of tired, yeah, because we had to get up at 3 in the morning
Uh-huh.
to get going on the trip. Yeah, it was tiring, but I slept good that night when we got to bed.
So once you got into Washington, that day, I'm sure the whole day you were occupied, right?
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah.
time did you go to bed? Do you remember?
Oh, I think that was about 8 o'clock. You
Oh
had
my
free-
God.
You had some free time,
Okay.
usually in the evening. The one evening we went to Knights of Columbus for dinner, and they furnished the meals for us. And then we had to go then back to your room by bus. Everything was by bus. You traveled by bus with police escort.
Okay. Did you get a chance to take a nap the first day when you got there?
No, not really. Didn't that nap during the day. You had to. You set a lot time. You're setting around, and you're not really walking and burning a lot of energy that way. And you're kind of escorted around in wheelchair. You
Uh-huh.
didn't need it, but they like for you to be there. And your one that took care of you would just push you around wherever you wanted to go.
So I'm sure the natural high that you got, that kind of kept you going.
Yeah, yeah, and it was just amazing, amazing trip for any veteran. And then the outpouring of the people and congratulating them and all that from the airport you arrive at, the airport you arrive back at. I mean, and then all the way back from the airport to your home cities in Illinois here was tremendous.
So other than that, when you were in DC, traveling to these different monuments, did you see people from other states from the Korean War that were there also as in groups?
They were one group, military group was there. I forget where they were from,
Okay.
but that's the only ones that we saw there. But they have a lot of buses were parked out there, but a lot of that was just people who went on the trip. They would go as a group,
Right, right.
so they
The
weren't
tourists.
they weren't part of military. They were just
Just the tour
touring
groups.
group.
Okay.
But it was an amazing trip, and I recommend it for all the veterans to take.
Good. Anything else you recall that you remember?
No, did I tell you about the Koreans?
Yeah. The group.
Yeah.
that was there.
That group that was there from Korea, when we were at the Korean Memorial, and they saw that we were Korean veterans. It was on our hats. It had it said Korea veteran. They just couldn't get over it. They come up and hug you and want pictures taken with you and all that.
Nice, nice.
So it made you feel like it was worthwhile helping Korea, South Korea out. Because them people, poor Korea, they would have been communist countries if we hadn't been over there to help them.
So would you say that was the highlight of the trip for you?
Yeah, I would say, to me, it was my highlight of the trip, that's for sure.
That's great. That's great.